Hey, what's going on, everyone? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Tuesday. We got 16 matchups on this MLB slate today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action today. And if you guys want to sign up with BroThrow, go ahead and do that. I have a private betting group on there for free that I will be posting a lot of plays on there. Go ahead and check that out. Fortunately, we didn't hit the teaser yesterday. The Vikings literally just needed 3 points on 4 different red zone trips, and they threw a pick on all of them. Unbelievable. But we'll get it back this weekend for sure. And shouts out to Nostalgia Lad for becoming a member. Appreciate you. If you guys want to get a shout out in my videos, go ahead and comment member vibes in the chat. I see all you guys that are members commenting. That's super cool to see. And yeah, we'll hop in it. Busy slate today, 16 matchups, starting with the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers opening up as home favorites at -230. Arizona plus 190 with the over-under at 9. Pitching for Arizona is Zach Davies with an ERA of 4.06. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Pitching for the Dodgers is Michael Grove with an ERA of 4.40. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Arizona on a 4-game losing streak. Dodgers beating Arizona yesterday 5-2. They're on a 4-game winning streak. Arizona 0-10 on the road against LA. 1-11 in their last 12 against the Dodgers. They just haven't been able to beat the Dodgers. It's been rough for the D-backs here. I'm going to go ahead and take the Dodgers at home in this one. Next matchup, we got the Boston Red Sox versus the Cincinnati Reds. Boston opening up as road favorites at -120. The Reds plus 100 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Red Sox is Brayan Bello with an ERA of 5.10. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Pitching for the Reds is Nick Lodolo with an ERA of 3.81. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 11 strikeouts. Boston coming off a big 13-3 win against Kansas City yesterday. Cincinnati coming off a 3-0 win against the Reds in their last matchup. Boston 7-0 on the road against the Reds, where they've looked very good here. So they got that going for them here. Reds, 1-5 at home. Reds just been struggling at home here. Brayan Bello has actually looked very good in his last 3 games. He's had two out of his last 3 games. He's given up 0 runs. I'm gonna take Red Sox on the road. They've been pretty dominant against the Reds here on the road here. So we'll roll with the Red Sox. Next matchup, we got the Chicago Cubs versus the Miami Marlins. Miami opening up as home favorites at -145. The Cubs plus 130 with the over-under at 7. Pitching for the Cubs is Adrian Sampson with an ERA of 3.48. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Pitching for the Marlins is Pablo Lopez with an ERA of 4.04. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Cubs on a 3-game losing streak, losing to Miami 10-3 yesterday. Miami 4-1 at home against the Cubs, where they've actually looked really good here. Lopez coming off a nice pretty decent start on the mound. Sampson's been pretty good on the mound. He's only given up 3 runs in his last 3 starts. He's been very solid here. Lopez has given up 12 in his last 3. Definitely hasn't been the best in his last few matchups. Cubs getting beat down yesterday pretty bad here. I like Cubs to bounce back today. I'm going to take Cubs plus 1.5 on the road. I like Sampson on the mound a little bit more than Lopez here. So we'll take a shot with Cubs plus 1.5. Next matchup, we got the Houston Astros versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Tampa opening up as home favorites at -135. Houston plus 115 with the over-under at 6.5. Pitching for the Astros is Christian Javier with an ERA of 2.87. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Pitching for the Rays is Shane McClanahan with an ERA of 2.13. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Yeah, 2 good pitchers on the mound here. Houston shutting out Tampa yesterday 4-0. They're 8-2 in their last 10. Playing good baseball here. Houston 5-0 on the road right now. 8-3 against Tampa, straight up. They've been very good against the Rays here. We know the Rays 13-3 at home are very good here. But 2 good pitchers on the mound. I'm going to take another shot with Houston plus 1.5 on the road. Got the shutout yesterday. 2 good pitchers again today here. Yeah, give me Astros plus 1.5. Next matchup, we got the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Toronto opening up as a road favorite at minus 120. The Phillies plus 100 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for Toronto is Ross Stripling with an ERA of 2.94. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 4 strikeouts. Pitching for the Phillies is Kyle Gibson with an ERA of 4.45. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 7 strikeouts. Toronto coming off a 4-5 loss against Baltimore. Phillies, coming off on a 4-game losing streak, getting shut out by Atlanta, losing all 3 of those matchups. Yeah, tough little stretch for the Phillies in this one. Toronto 5-1 against the Phillies, 11-2 on the road. They're playing good baseball right now. Gibson's given up 12 runs in his last 3 starts. Stripling's only given up 6. Been pretty good in his last few starts here. I think I'm going to take the Blue Jays on the road here. Philly struggling at home. And Toronto playing great baseball on the road here. I'm going to take a shot with the Blue Jays on the road in this one. All right, next matchup, we got the Detroit Tigers versus the Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore opening up as home favorites at minus 200. Detroit plus 170 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Tigers is Joey Wentz with an ERA of 4.15. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Pitching for the Orioles is Austin Voth with an ERA of 4.36. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Detroit, crazy game yesterday, beating Baltimore 11-0. Yesterday was crazy, not a good day. A lot of crazy wins for these underdogs. Big win for Detroit. Detroit surprisingly 6-0 on the road against Baltimore. They're on an 8-game winning streak against Baltimore. That's kind of crazy that they're on that big of a streak against Baltimore. Yeah, Baltimore, 1-4, 3 in their last 4. Haven't looked that hot in this last week. I'll tell you what, today I don't trust the Orioles minus 200. Thought they would look good this series, but especially after yesterday's beatdown here, I don't know if I can trust them minus 200 today. Seems very risky. I'm going to take Detroit plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we have the Washington Nationals versus the Atlanta Braves. Braves opening up as home favorites at minus 320. Washington plus 260 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Nationals is Patrick Corbin with an ERA of 6.11. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 4 strikeouts. Pitching for the Braves is Charlie Morton with an ERA of 4.17. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 7 strikeouts. We got Washington 3-7 in their last 10, losing to Atlanta yesterday 5-2. Atlanta on a 4-game winning streak, playing good baseball here. Washington 1-10 against Atlanta, where they've been pretty bad. Atlanta 9-0 at home, playing great at home here. We're taking the Braves at home here. Look good yesterday. looked very good this whole week here. Give me Braves at home. Next matchup, we got the Los Angeles Angels versus the Texas Rangers. Angels opening up as road favorites at -115. The Rangers -105 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Angels as Patrick Sandoval with an ERA of 2.86. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Pitching for the Rangers is Cole Reagans with an ERA of 5.68. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 7 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Yeah, Angels losing 9-1 yesterday after they looked really good against Seattle, winning all 3 of those matchups. And then they just don't show up in that 4th game. Rangers coming off back-to-back losses against Tampa Bay. You know, I'm liking Angels on the road a little bit here. I don't like Reagans on the mound for the Rangers. Coming off a 7-run game. I don't love that. Sandoval's been good on the mound. I'll take a shot with Angels on the road. Next matchup, we got Cleveland versus Chicago. We got the White Sox opening up as home favorites at -180. The Guardians +160 with the over-under at 7. Pitching for the Guardians is Aaron Savale with an ERA of 5.40. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Pitching for the White Sox is Dylan Cease with an ERA of 2.16. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Cleveland beating Minnesota yesterday 11-4. They're 8-2 in their last 10, playing good baseball. White Sox on a 2-game winning streak against Detroit right now. Cleveland 5-1 on the road. Been good on the road here. Dylan Cease been very good on the mound here. Savale, he's been all right, nothing crazy. Yeah, I like the way the Guardians are playing very good these last few weeks, and I just don't want to pay minus 180 for the White Sox. That's when they get very risky here. I'll take Guardians +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Minnesota Twins versus the Kansas City Royals. Twins opening up as road favorites at -130. The Royals +110 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Twins is Dylan Bundy with an ERA of 4.68. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Pitching for the Royals is Zach Greinke with an ERA of 4.10. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 1 strikeout. Minnesota losing 11-4 yesterday against Cleveland. And Kansas City coming off a Boston loss. Royals, on a 7-game winning streak. Minnesota on a 7-game winning streak against the Royals. Been good against the Royals here, but horrible on the road. Just 3-14 on the road, this Twins team. Nothing crazy about the pitching matchup here. I'd say it's pretty equal. I think I'm going to take a shot with the Royals +1.5 at home. Minnesota just absolutely horrible on the road here. We'll take Royals +1.5. Next matchup, we got the San Francisco Giants versus the Colorado Rockies. Giants opening up as road favorites at -150. The Rockies +140 with the over-under at 10. Pitching for the Giants is John Brebbia with an ERA of 2.90. His last start, he pitched 1 inning, gave up 0 runs, had 0 strikeouts. His last 3 starts, he's only been pitching in 1 inning, but he hasn't given up a run. Pitching for the Rockies is Kyle Freeland with an ERA of 4.43. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Only given up 2 runs in his last 3 starts. Freeland's looked pretty good in his last few games here. We got the Giants beating Colorado 10-7 yesterday. Good win for them. They're 15-5 against Colorado. 10-3 on the road against the Rockies, where they've just been pretty dominant here. Yeah, I like Brevia on the mound. And yeah, they've just been very dominant against the Rockies here. So I'm going to take the Giants on the road. All right, next matchup, we got the St. Louis Cardinals versus the San Diego Padres. Padres opening up as home favorites at -115. St. Louis -105 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for the Cardinals is Adam Wainwright with an ERA at 3.29. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 3 strikeouts. Pitching for the Padres is Mike Clevenger with an ERA of 4.47. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Yeah, Clevenger, his last 3 games, he's given up 15 runs. Wainwright's given up 7. St. Louis, 6-0 against the Padres. They looked very good against the Padres here. Padres, yeah, on a 3-game winning streak, coming off a couple good wins against Arizona here. I'm going to take a shot with the Cardinals +1.5 on the road. They've got a huge winning streak against the Padres. I think the over is a good play too. Both teams, or both pitchers giving up a fair share of runs. Clevenger giving up a lot of runs here. I'll take Cardinals +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Seattle Mariners versus the Oakland Athletics. Seattle opening up as road favorites at -220. Oakland +180 with the over-under at 7. Pitching for the Mariners is Luis Castillo with an ERA of 2.66. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 9 strikeouts. Pitching for Oakland is J.P. Sears with an ERA of 3.90. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Yeah, Sears, he's given up 13 runs in his last 3 starts. Not in love with that. Still has only given up 3 here. In Seattle, 10-2 against Oakland on the road, where they've been very dominant here. Yeah, I'm going to take Mariners on the road in this one. Next matchup, we got the Pittsburgh Pirates versus the New York Yankees. Yankees opening up as home favorites at -330. Hit +290 with the over-under at 8.5. I don't have who's pitching for the Pirates here, but pitching for the Yankees is Nestor Cortez with an ERA of 2.70. I mean, yeah, Cortez has been very good on the mound here. Pirates 1-8 on the road against the Yankees, where they have struggled here on a 4-game losing streak. Yankees coming off that Milwaukee win. Yeah, I like the Yankees at home. They're 8-1 at home against Pitt. Going to be tough. Throw Pitt in a round robin with that big plus money, but we'll take Yankees at home in this one. And then the last matchup on the board, we got the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the Dodgers in Game 2 of the doubleheader today. Can't find a line on this game just because it is a doubleheader and it's at 10 o'clock. So I'm sure the lines will be out later today. But pitching for the D-backs is Dre Jameson with an ERA of 0. He's only pitched 1 time this season. He pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, and had 5 strikeouts. Pitching for the Dodgers is Tyler Anderson with an ERA of 2.62. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Yeah, taking Dodgers in both games here. Dodgers been so dominant against Arizona. And I like Tyler Anderson on the mound here. And yeah, we'll take Dodgers at home in Game 2. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Tuesday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Wednesday. Have a good one.